This episode is brought to you by Blue Door Financial. Blue Door Financial will help you save money and reduce taxes to live a fuller financial life. To learn more, visit Blue Door Financial online at BLUdoorfinancial.com. That's BLUdoorfinancial.com. Hi, I'm Bill Corcoran Jr., and I'm your host for the On the Stacks podcast. Today, I'm chatting with Kelechi Asoluka, sneaker connoisseur and owner of Kelechi Kleans Kicks. What's up, podcast episode 87 of the On the Stacks podcast in the Blue Door studio. Welcome to the show, Kelechi. How are you?
Fine. How are you, bro?
I'm good, man. It's been like 14 years or something, man.
At least.
It's been a long time. So you and I, Kelechi and I, actually went to Penn State together. That's where we met. And I gotta say, I'm thrilled that you came here. You drove here from Paramus, New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you made the trip in. I'm grateful you made it in, man. Seriously, it's been a long time.
Yeah, At least 10 to 12 years, at least.
Yeah. So I want to ask you. I've always wondered about your name because you have such a unique name.
Yes.
And I never knew. I've always been meaning to say, like, is there a story behind your name?
Yeah, so my dad is from Nigeria. The language they speak is Igbo, so that's the dialect. So my name is Kelechi, so that means thank God, and my last name is Asoluka, it means fear not. So Kelechi, ironically, is very common. It's like Michael in Nigeria, and it's unisex. So a female and a male can be named Kelechi, and it's pretty popular. So if you want to distinguish, you'll call someone like KC or Kele or Kelechuku, like they have like different names, but it's all the same thing. So it's like Michael, Mike.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. So did you have a nickname then?
No.
No.
Really. I wasn't that cool.
Yeah,
I was just Kelechi.
You were always just Kelechi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And now like the sneaker god.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, baby steps.
Yeah. So let's kind of go back to our Penn State days a little bit and take it from there. So let's catch up. I mean, literally we just reconnected on social media.
Yes.
just recently. But what have you been up to since college?
Since college, I've just been trying to find my way. I had several different passions. I didn't know which one suits me best. I wanted to be in fitness. I wanted to be an entertainer. I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be a Nike model. Like, I always wanted to do these things, but I kind of found my niche with the personal training. That was my way to, meet different people and be able to wear sneakers while I'm working. And I kind of wiggled my way through that. And as a personal trainer, you're looking at shoes all day, looking at people's feet, looking at people's forms when they're squatting. And you say, oh, your shoes are deformed. You need to get new shoes. And this shoe is better for this. This shoe is better for that. And that's how you get into the shoe thing. And you go deeper and deeper. And I always had a love for shoes. And the fact that I can wear sneakers to work was even better. But then we would run outside. And especially during COVID, we're working out outside full time. So I would just clean their shoes as like a courtesy. And I said, oh, I can charge a little more. And then here we go.
Yeah, so this whole sneaker thing, there's a lot to it. You brought about $1.2 million worth of sneakers with you today. Brought about 100 pairs of sneakers. You do the math backwards. I don't know what that comes to per shoe. No, but we'll get into the whole sneaker thing shortly. But first, like, why physical fitness?
So I'm very vain. I'm gonna put that out there now. So I'm very vain, and I didn't like clothes that larger people wore. So if I go to a high-end store, back in the day it was different. Now it's much more, size friendly. But back in the 2000s, if you go to Gucci, an extra large was rare. So if you're wearing an extra large, they're gonna give it to the rapper or the movie star before you. They're gonna hold it for their select clients.
Kelechi's not getting it.
I'm not getting it unless I'm first in line waiting at the door when they open and I happen to see it by accident. It's the only way I'm getting it. Unless I spend that much money there and they say, oh, Kelechi, like I have that rapport with the salesperson. Other than that, you're not getting it. You have to squeeze into a medium, brother, So that was like one of the main reasons. And then, you're watching, back in the day, you watch Baywatch, you're watching wrestling. Everyone's, jacked, six pack, You want to look like your favorite. You want to look like The Rock. You know, who doesn't want to look like The Rock?
Yeah.
So even now, people still want to look like The Rock.
Yeah.
So
Guy hasn't changed.
exactly. He got bigger and better, you know? So, you're looking at, your basketball stars, your football stars, who doesn't want to look like them? So that kind of got me into it for the most part. And then once you get into the science about it, it's just better, physically and mentally. So,
So what's up in the fitness game?
The fitness game, so right now I have a gym in Paramus. I'm training about 200 women per se on an all women's gym. It's a boot camp style gym. I have about 6 to 8 classes a day, open 6 days a week. And I go in there 5 a.m. I leave about 7:38, and I just train women all day. We have 45-minute classes. So Monday will be leg day, Tuesday is like an ab day, Wednesday is cardio, then we'll have a leg day, stuff like that. And every week we'll change it to shock the body. But they love it. I love it. Keep it interesting. Just trying to make people healthier,
What's your favorite thing about it?
My favorite thing about it is that I can go to work wearing whatever I want. Shorts, tank top, long sleeve, short sleeve. I'm doing cartwheels at work. I'm dancing with the ladies. We're trying to make the fitness as fun as possible. 98% of people do not like to work out. 98% of people don't even work out, frequently, let alone like it, so I try to make it as fun as possible. So if you're taking a break, obviously I know you haven't worked out as long as me. So, okay, cool. You can't do 20 push-ups in a row. That's fine. You do 5, 5, 5, 5. That's still 20. So if you need to take a break, I'm not going to say, hey, let's go. I'm going to do push-ups with you. I'll pat you on the back. I'll say, you can do one more, So if I say do 20 and you do 10, but that was more than you did 5 last week, everyone's winning, So that's my take on it. I'll try to make it as fun as possible, being that it's not, everyone's favorite thing to do.
Yeah,
You know?
So did you always know that you were going to get into fitness?
So my initial plan was to be a physical therapist. So anybody knows if your parents are from Nigeria or, anywhere, immigrate from anywhere for the most part.
And by the way, so your dad moved here.
Yes, from Nigeria to go to college.
Okay.
So he came here 19, went to school in Alabama to study. He has about 18 degrees. He's like,
that's it?
I'm a failure compared to this guy. He's like, every subject, he knows a little bit about everything. So cool. So Africans are really, really big on education. Obviously, they come over here to get a better life, start fresh, have a family, and give money back home and build up their home, So cool. So he comes here, meets my mom at a party. They hook up. My mom went to Seton Hall. She for business. So they're both college graduates. Obviously, my father is a college graduate.
18 times
Yeah,
over.
exactly. Yeah. He's has like as many degrees as Lakers have championships. So he's really, really big. So into education. So it was you're going to be a doctor, lawyer, or engineer. If not, you're pretty much a failure.
Like that's like
the standard.
Okay.
Like doctor, lawyer, engineers, it's cool, but we want doctor or lawyer for the most part. Engineer is good because you always have a job. You can build a bridge, you can do different things. He wanted me to be a doctor, but I'm like, I could be a physical therapist and get a doctorate degree. Everybody wins. I go to school for 6 years or 7 years instead of 12. Like a medical doctor. I have doctorate on my name. He can brag to his friends that his son's a doctor. Everyone's happy, right? Then I ran into that speed bump in school. So it kind of derailed me. And then I said, okay, cool. I have this on my record. Let me try something else. Let me be a physical therapist. Let me try to do the personal training thing. Personal training thing, I can still make as much as a physical therapist because it's up to me. Whether I train 100 people at $100 or 1,000 people at $10. It's up to me what I want to charge, what my clientele is, so I can kind of make as much as physical therapist or more. There's no limit to my salary. With physical therapists, it's kind of a limit because I'm working for, a hospital or something like that. Unless I have my own practice, then I can kind of run it up. But that was my route to kind of go around that speed bump,
So you hit a little speed bump.
Yes, sir. Well, big speed bump.
It's
expensive speed bump.
What was the speed bump, if you don't mind?
So, freshman year in college at Penn State, I'm really cool with the basketball team at Hazelton. So they're playing basketball every day, and we had a new transfer. He comes in, and he's just smoking pot all the time. I'm like, what's wrong with you, man? Like, you're depressed. There's women here. You're in college. Like, wake up. You're at Penn State, man. Come on. Number one party school in the country. We're like number one, number two, whatever. We're top 5, whatever. Let's party. I don't know. So he has like all this, paraphernalia in his room. I'm like, man, you're broke. You're depressed. Let me get this off for you, man. It's college. Everyone wants to do, experiment. So started up a little retail business, with that. And kind of got out of hand. His dad would give it to us for free. So it was no overhead. So we were charging Walmart prices. And we were doing that for about a couple months. My other friend had a clothing business. He would grab clothes from like, Macy's or Boscov's. So I would give him 50% of the ticket. So if a polo shirt, a Ralph Lauren shirt was $100, I'll give him $50. So he was on payroll. Every week he would come get me a new outfit so I can be fresh for school. I already had the sneakers, so I just needed the clothes now, so everything was working out. He gets caught, doing a run to get more clothes. And the cop says, hey, just give us the clothes back, we'll let you go. He gets frazzled and tells him, oh, it's in his room, which is my room. My room smells like a Snoop Dogg concert, obviously. So cops come in, looking for the clothes, sniff it. Hey, what's that? I don't know. They searched the room. And the last article of clothing that they searched, they threw it. Because they were pissed. They couldn't find it. They threw it. It comes out like rain, like potpourri, which flies everywhere. It's like, got him. So now they literally handcuffed me. I'm walking down South Hall, like 3:30 in the afternoon, broad daylight. Everyone's looking at me like, what the heck is going on? Kelechi?
Where's Kelechi going?
Kelechi's going. Why are you getting locked up? And I have never used drugs and never drank. And everyone knows that. So I'm the last person they would suspect to get in trouble for that. So that's why everyone was stored in my room, because no one's going to rob my room for drugs because no one will think I have it. It was like a perfect thing. So once I get locked, so, obviously you have, possession on a school zone, intent to deliver because it was all backed up. You got the theft now because of the guy's theft stuff. And I'm, from where I'm coming from, telling on people, they call you a snitch. I was bought not to tell on anybody. So if you catch me, you catch me. I'm not going to say, oh, Mikey did it or Eric did it. You caught me, you got me. It's your job as a cop to do the research to find out who did it. That's not my job to help you out. So whatever, I took the fall. Cool. Well, once I took that fall, obviously that impacted my future. So I didn't know that. So in Pennsylvania, you can't expunge your record for stuff like that until you're about 69. It's a Commonwealth state. Unless you have a lot of money, a lot of power. I'm not Meek Mill, so I don't have that kind of pull. But as far as my case, I was pretty much stuck with it. I pled guilty, so I didn't have to do the time. And obviously I'm guilty of, these crimes. So trying to get a physical therapy license would be difficult because I have to go in front of a state board and ask for a license. Now, when I called to see if they would grant me a license, even though I had that infraction, and we take it case by case. So I didn't want to roll the dice, pay $100,000, $150,000 for graduate school, and it's not a guarantee that I'm going to get my license. If I can't get my license, I can't practice. So I just wasted 6 years of my life. I could have been training people for 6 years and making money, or paying off, Penn State loans. I could have been doing a lot of things for 6 years. So that was my
little diversion.
Yeah, that was my diversion. Yeah.
So what'd you learn from the experience?
So from the experience, I learned, do your dirt all while you're lonely. No, I'm kidding. So what I learned was obviously how so granted I was guilty, right? So initially they tried to give me 5 years for that. They only caught me with about 3 ounces. So granted, this was back in the day. Weed is like, whatever now. But granted, it was back in the day. But, kids were coming in before me with, weed and heroin and crack, and they're giving them 6 months probation. Obviously, they didn't have as much, pigmentation in their skin as me. But as a 19, 18-year-old, I'm like, whatever. Maybe he has a good lawyer. Maybe, whatever. He knows a judge. I don't know, But now that I'm looking at it, reading over the cases and cases and cases and cases. And as I get older, there is a little bit of a, disparaging, they're more likely to throw me in jail for the same thing that he won't go to jail for. And which, I shouldn't have done it. So I'm not, taking, I shouldn't have done it. Obviously it's still illegal whether he gets away with it or not. But it's still kind of a, let's throw the book at him, but give him a chance, So what kind of helped me out is I had about 350 character letters from like, students and teachers and, deans and stuff from the school to help me out to give to the judge. So that kind of helped me out as well. Because I had like straight A's, like, like I had better grades than all my friends. Like, people they used to cheat off me, they used to literally cheat off me on the class. So, like I had like, all A's and B's. I made Dean's List every semester. But I just wanted some extra money, so, capitalism.
So, all right. So fast forward, you ended up graduating, right?
Yes, sir. So obviously to kick me out, they said you're a disgrace, So I went to Seton Hall for a year where my mother went. She was excited. But Seton Hall is a private school and it's religious. So you have to take a lot of religion classes and things that I really didn't need. And it cost the same as Penn State. And I literally lived 10 minutes driving. So maybe 25 minutes walking away from the school. I said, nah, let me go back to Penn State. I already made my friends. I love it there. I'll bleed blue and white. Seton Hall's blue and gray, I think. They're blue too, but I wanted to go back to Penn State. So I did a year at Seton Hall, transferred back to Penn State. They let me back in. They realized I wasn't too much of a menace. I was like,
yeah, so gave you a second chance.
Yeah, it gave me a second chance. I said, cool, I'm gonna do right, guys. I'm gonna do right this time. So I go back, but they didn't take the credits from Seton Hall. So I was supposed to graduate 2011, but I had to graduate 2012 because the religion classes.
So you got the bonus
and
year.
the theology classes, that didn't count. So my last semester, I had to take like 24 credits to graduate on time, which was crazy, but I did it.
Yeah,
yeah, I did it. So
then what did you do right after school?
So right after school, obviously my options were pretty limited. And, growing up with, middle-class parents, they don't tell you that you don't have to be an employee, They figure, you get a job, you work for 30, 40 years, you retire with your little pension, and you die, like you still have debt. I didn't pay my house off yet. My kids don't have anything. Like that's just like, no one taught you any different. And then the school system doesn't tell you about credit or investments or anything like that either. So if you don't find out yourself or your parents or anything, you're just in a blind, it's a whole nother world out there. So I'm, running around looking for jobs. I got a job in State College at this personal training facility. I got an internship there. It wasn't a job, it was an internship. And I was praying that they hired me because I was already in there. I figured they wasn't going to do a background check on me because I was already cool with everybody. Hey, we're going to go another way. They ended up letting me go, and they hired this, this blonde female. She was hot. So maybe that was it. She was hot. So, I'll take it. But they hired her. And the reason I found out because social media was big then, and they would post her, hey, new hire, woo, welcome to the team. And I'm just
got snubbed.
Wow, unfollow, unfollow you guys. So I stayed in State College for about 3 months trying to figure it out. I was working little odd end jobs. And I said, all right, let me just go home. So I went home. I applied to 30 gyms. No one to hire me. Bally Total Fitness. They're out of business now, obviously. So that shows you how old I am. Bally Total Fitness gave me a chance. I said, okay, cool. I'm going to become manager here. Worked there for about 3 or 4 years. They go out of business. So now I'm like, oh, God, I'm getting scared now, I'm living with my mom, don't have a car. My mom is in this 2-bedroom apartment. There's three kids and her husband.
Is that where you grew up?
So I grew up in Newark until I was about 17, 18. Mom got a divorce. Mom credit, and mom is middle class. Credit wasn't that good, doesn't make a lot of money. So, if you move to a new apartment, they check your credit. They want you to put down, first, last, security, this month, that month, so you're putting down $6,000, $7,000 to get an apartment. She didn't have that. So we ended up finding a friend of my dad's, like another Nigerian guy, couple. They were renting out the first floor of their house, which is in South Orange, which is around the corner from Seton Hall that I was telling you about. South Orange is right next to Newark, so you still get a little static, but it's much nice place to live. I would say that you can leave your doors unlocked sometimes.
Unlike Newark.
Unlike Newark. Yeah, now Newark is fine. I mean, they have Whole Foods, Starbucks. It's coming up now.
It's bougie there.
They have people are walking around with pigs.
My goodness.
In Newark now. Yes. Back in the day, that was going to be breakfast. You know, when I was growing up, that was breakfast.
And there's like pets.
Yeah, now they're pets. Yeah, it's a totally different world right now. But yeah. So she didn't have the money to move us into like one of those luxury buildings or whatever. So we kind of found a family friend. They hooked us up a little bit on the rent. So it's only 2 bedrooms. I'm literally sleeping in the sunroom in the front. I had a big hole in the wall. I was so embarrassed whenever I had a girl come over. They's gonna be like a life, like you can put a baby through the hole. Like it's huge.
Big hole.
Big hole. No, I'm not exaggerating. Big hole.
Not like just a punch.
I can probably go in there and hide. You know what I mean? If I wasn't so like what I mean? Probably go in there and hide. Yeah. Huge hole. Wasn't painted. The radiator was rusty. Like it was not ideal. Like I would literally invite girls over after 11 o'clock. So
they couldn't see the hole.
Pitch black. And exactly. So they can't see the hole. They can't see the radiator. Just TV, the bed. That's it. That's all we had. So we were living there. I didn't want to go. I'm living there. I don't have a job. I don't have a car. I'm like 26 now. I'm like, okay. All of my friends are on Instagram. They're like, oh, just got promoted. I'm working at this law firm, this accounting firm. And I'm like, I can't even. This is crazy. I got to do something. So I just started working like house calls. So I'll go to your house, Bill, train you. You'll pay me, $400 for the month. I'll train you twice a week. Then I started building up like that. So it was tax-free, which is good. I can work my own, make my own schedule. But it was just crazy. So I would have you at 5 a.m., somebody at 9, somebody at 12, somebody at 5. So I'm literally in New York City walking around trying to kill time. 'Cause I don't want to take a train back to Jersey and come all the way back.
Oh, so you're in Manhattan.
I'm literally walking around New York City. Whether it's rain, snow, sleet, hail, I'll go to movie theater. So I'm not really making money. I'm spending money.
Yeah.
I would go to Bergdorf Goodman and buy, stuff that I shouldn't be buying. You know what I mean? Barney's. This is how I really got into fashion because I was so bored. I would just go to these stores and just look, I would go to all the, the flight clubs, all the popular sneaker stores, check things out. Oh, this is cool. This is how much this costs. Okay, my next client, I'm going to get 2 more clients and I'm going to buy these sneakers. There's 3 clients will pay for these sneakers. I'm spending my money before I even get it, And that's another topic. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
That kind of, masking the thing we spoke about before. So I started doing house calls and that was fine. It was growing. But then this month you'll have 20 clients. Next month you'll have 2. It's not steady, and I wasn't really Instagram and Twitter savvy to, build my thing. It was kind of word of mouth thing, old school way of advertisement. So that is my fault as well. Now that I look back on it, that was my fault for not pushing it, but that was also depressing too. So I ended up finding another job at a gym in Jersey, Platinum Fitness. They're out of business now, but that held me down, man. I think it was like $15 an hour. You had to do a minimum of 20 hours a week, and that was like to grab clients. So if you're running on a treadmill, I'm supposed to come up to you. Hey, Bill, what are you doing? You're running wrong. Come here. Do some pushes with me. Sign up for this package. I'm just grabbing people off the floor, grabbing people from the supermarket, grabbing people out the bagel shop. Like, stop eating that, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, man. Get over here and eat a protein shake. Stuff like that to get clients. I did that for a year, saved up my money, got a Mustang. I've been wanting a Mustang all my life. Got my Mustang.
Is that the one you rolled up here today in?
That's a newer one. Same color, but it was a 2015, no stripe, smaller rims. It was like it was a GT, but it was like a baby GT. It wasn't the premium package.
Okay.
No bells and whistles.
Okay.
Small LED screen in the middle. Kind of embarrassing when girls get in. It wasn't even leather seats.
Oh yeah, the cloth seats.
Oh God, yeah. Don't remind me. So I said, okay, this is a start. It's better than walking. It's better than using my Nikes, creasing my Nikes all, a start, so I at least can get to work, back and forth to work without using Lyft and Uber every day. So that was motivation. Okay, I got to pay this car note. Let's go. Ended up getting fired from there. So I'm like, oh my gosh.
Why'd you get fired?
So I was dibbling and dabbling. So I wasn't 100% focused there because I still had a few private clients in New York. So I would literally clock in at 8 o'clock, go to New York, train 2 or 3 people, come back to the gym. So I'm getting paid double time, stealing time technically. Come back, train some people there. Hey, I'm here. I was here all day. Ha ha ha. I went to this place to advertise. I'm with this. I'm just making up stuff. But I was literally in a whole other state working. Come back there, work 2 or 3 hours, work out for an hour, go back to New York again. So I was in and out. I wasn't there. They have meetings. I'm missing meetings because the train is too late or something happens. Somebody gets hit by a train and MTA shuts down for 2 hours and I'm stuck on a train. I have no service. My friends from the gym are calling me. Hey man, where are you? The owner's looking for you. I can't get the call. I'm in MTA. So could you get out of here? Boop, got the boot. Give me the Timberland,
Yeah.
So that didn't pan out. And then that's when I got this gym, the boot camp. And man, it changed my life. So now I'm in one place. I have people coming to me. We have a mean marketing team, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're pumping content out every day. People are coming in every day. The first day we opened, I trained about 111 women. Like it was so crazy. Like they're doing jumping jacks and they're slapping each other, doing jumping jacks. It was so packed. I had to make stations for them to go outside. Like, okay, this section you're going to do tire flips. This section you're going to do jump rope outside because it was so crowded, This is way before COVID, obviously. So, and once I got that, I fell in love with that. So now I can stay here. I can train 20, 30, 40 women at one time. I'm making way more money in way less time with way less work, So the group training kind of opened my eyes, And now I'm meeting so many people, so many dirty shoes.
Looking at all the sneakers.
Yeah, looking at all the sneakers. Oh, those are cool. Those are not cool. Those are bad for your feet. Oh, these are really good for your feet. Okay, it's squat day. You shouldn't be wearing running shoes. Running day, you shouldn't be wearing squat shoes. And that's when it's coming. So now I can input my passion for sneakers. I can insert it into the fitness world.
Yeah,
that's how it kind of blended in.
Yeah, so let's talk about the sneakers. I mean, you like I said. I mean, I wasn't joking earlier when I said you brought a lot of sneakers.
Yeah.
But what's up with the sneaker culture?
So sneaker culture is crazy, man. I've been collecting sneakers since about high school. Growing up in the inner city, like a sneaker, like having a new Jordan or the new, Scottie Pippen, or back in the day it was Tim Duncan, Gary Payton had a sneaker. All the big. Deion Sanders had a sneaker. All the big, time athletes had a sneaker. If you had that sneaker, it doesn't matter. You can have roaches and rats in your apartment. Your mom could be strung out on drugs. Your dad could be in jail. But you had those sneakers for that day in school. For those couple hours in school, you felt like, you were
the coolest kid in school.
You were like Bill Gates' son for those couple of hours, just to get that attention, get that look. Oh my God, I love them. You're taking pictures. We didn't have really cell phones back then. We had like
throwaway cameras.
We had like
right?
we had the Polaroids. We had the Nextel chirps. The that one. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. So you're doing that.
Look at Kelechi's sneakers.
Exactly. MySpace. You posted on MySpace, stuff like that. So just that feeling alone would make you forget about your struggles at home. And most of the kids, your mom is gonna, okay, your rent is $700-800, the cable bill, the light bill. Your mom doesn't have one kid; she has 2 or 3 kids, and you want a pair of sneakers for $150? I missed my car payment last month because I had to pay for daycare. You know what I mean? So it's always like I'm Rob Peter to pay Paul, and then you ask your mom for $150, $200 for a pair of sneakers. It's like a slap in the face to her. And then it hurts her pride too, because it's like to see her son,
can't afford the shoes.
I can't afford the shoes he want, so it's slap to her pride. And then it's also like you feel bad too, like, oh wow, I can't even get it. Let me not ask my mom. So now you resort to things to make money to get the sneakers. So some people sweep hair in the barbershop. Some people do something illegal, but it's all a way to get that feeling of I'm included, I'm cool, I'm important, I'm worthy. It's all it started out as a Band-Aid to mask what you're really going through. Now, granted, my parents both had jobs. My mom worked these different jobs. She's a cop now, And my dad, he owned the Walgreens, stuff like that. But the Walgreens wasn't doing that well. And he went and bought a beauty supply store. That failed. He didn't know anything about wigs and weaves and stuff like that. I don't know what he was doing, but he bought that. That failed. He became into church. He really got into church and like a pastor, and like they got his degree and everything like that. That didn't go too well. So he tried to do the entrepreneur thing. My mom stayed with the working class, but they didn't make that much. And then once they split up, the money split up too. So my mom is making $50,000-$60,000, supporting 3 kids. I'm in college. My brother's going to college, and my sister, she needs clothes and food and stuff like that too. Like it's not enough money to go around. So for me to ask my parents, oh, can I have these Jordans coming out next week? I need $150. Oh, and then I have a school trip. Oh, and then I need food. Oh, and then I need this. So it's like sneakers are not really into it, not really a priority. But when you're going outside, it's a priority. Oh, he has those. My sneakers have holes in it. They're going to make fun of me now. I'm not cool. I'm not worthy. I need that. So that's how it starts, as a massive Band-Aid. But once I got one, it just kind of like opened up a can of worms, and I just had to get this one. I get this one. It's like Pokemon. I had to catch them all, Like so.
Yeah. So, tell me a little bit about them. Like you have a real big, serious collection here.
So
this is probably like you probably got way more at home.
Oh yeah. So thank God now I have my own house. I have a basement. It's
the sneaker basement.
Yeah, I just keep adding. So it's like, yeah, if you go to my house, like mountains of shoes. Yeah. So like when I have my boys over, that's like, oh, let's go to the basement, and that's like the topics over there. We have a pool table. We talk about shoes. I have like the big screen. We watch the game, stuff like that. So it's like a nice little sneaker tone conversation. But so yeah, I'll never forget this story. So in high school, her name was Kenya Pilar, and oh my gosh, I'm forgetting another one name. Kenya and Chantel. I thought I was so cool this day. I'll never forget. I had an orange and blue Mets hat, an orange and blue LRG like track jacket, these huge jeans. Because back in the day we were wearing big clothes, huge jeans, and I had some white Air Force Ones. Okay. They go, Kelechi, you look so cute, but you would look better if you had blue and orange sneakers. And Kenya's a dancer. She does all types of dances. She's really cool. She's popular. Chantel was a pretty girl, nice body. Hair was always done. She was always well put together. She didn't have like all the name brand, but she was always nice. So I respected their opinion, because if they think like that, the other pretty girls think like that too. I said, oh no. So it's business class, so we're using computers. I sit next to this guy. He's my best friend now. His name is Dare. Sit next to him. He has on True Religion. Now True Religion is like $300 a pair back in the day. This is like, you're P Diddy. You're rich. He has on, and he's wearing fitted clothes. So people thought they would call him like little slurs like like, oh, that's gay, stuff like that, because that wasn't cool. Everyone wore big clothes.
Yeah, it wasn't
exactly.
cool then.
Yeah. So
Kelechi's got the baggy jeans on.
I had the baggy jeans. I'm cool. He's not,
Yeah.
But what he was wearing was way more expensive. I didn't even know. So he's schooling me. He's like, hey, Kelechi, man, stop wearing that, man. You're above that. Wear this. Go to this store. Look at this. I'm like, okay. Oh, this is where I get the blue and orange sneakers from? Perfect. So now I'm running up the credit card. I'm, sweeping at barbershops. I'm, any job I can get to get new shoes. And then they just created a monster. Then as I go to college, I'm buying shoes. Like when I got to Penn State, the main campus, I had about 2 rooms worth of shoes. It was bad.
2 rooms?
Yeah. Like when I moved out, we had 2 U-Hauls. One for shoes and then one for like furniture.
A whole U-Haul for shoes.
U-Haul.
How many pairs were there?
At least 400 or 500 pairs.
What?
A lot. I'm surprised I probably got robbed, didn't even know.
Yeah, how'd you keep track of it?
Like I would literally, so I would put like the Dunks together, the Jordans together, and then like the New Balances together. Like I would like separate them, and then my closet was wide open. So when girls and guys would come over, they would just go through the shoes. It was always like, oh, let's go to Kelechi's house and see what shoes are hot. Like I was like the Foot Locker of, like, you know what I mean? So I had like all the shoes lined up, all the G-Shock watches lined up to match the shoes. Like I was like a little art thing in my room. And then people would always say, hey, Kelechi, you're so stupid. Why are you wasting all your money? You're crazy. You're dumb. And I knew it was not the smartest thing. I just couldn't stop. But now I bought my house with sneakers. I literally sold half of my collection to put the down payment down for my house.
That's insane.
So,
I mean, in a good way.
Yeah. No, so now I'm not like, I'm not in the boo to you.
Yeah. So those are the, probably part of that came from that collection that you brought home from.
Oh, definitely.
From Penn State.
Easily. And when I was broke, like, when I getting fired and I had credit card bills and student loans and mom wanted rent money to help for the rent. Guess I got to get rid of the shoe. I guess I'll sell this shoe.
So you got to sell a shoe.
I'll trade this shoe to get a higher shoe, and so I'll trade a not so good shoe for a better shoe from this guy because he's cool with me, and then I'll sell his shoe.
And make a little bit more money.
Make a little bit more money. I'm not gonna pay my mom off. Pay my mom a little bit. Pay Sally Mae a little bit. Have some money in my pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can take a girl out on a date. Stuff like that. So
this is the start of the shoe business.
This is the start. This is before it got crazy.
Oh, then it got crazy. Got crazier than 500 pairs?
Yeah. So then it went from 500 pairs of everything. So I would just get everything. Like whack, cool, whatever.
Didn't matter.
It's a Jordan. I would just get it. My size, I would get it.
Why? Why were you just buying everything and anything?
Because I never knew what I was going to wear. So I was like, let me just wear it one time.
Just in case.
I don't want to repeat sneakers today. Just in case. JIC.
You never know.
Just in case. You never know. And then every girl likes different shoes. So some girls like corny shoes. I mean,
so depending on the date you were going on, you might have had to wear the corny shoes.
You might have to wear the corny shoes for her because she's a little bit more simple. You know what I mean? She's a little more chill.
Right.
You don't want to wear the flashy ones with everybody.
Yeah,
you gotta know who your audience is.
Yeah,
I was a DJ.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Gotta play the right music.
Exactly. Wear the right shoes, wear the right music. So,
all right. So a shoe game gets crazy.
So then I said, okay, cool. Let me go quality over quantity.
So you switched it up.
So I don't need 500. I need a good 250 of straight head turners,
Okay.
Whoa, what are those? Or whoa, how'd you get those? I need consolidate, but so now it's 250, but the value is 250,000. It's a lot. So that's what I went more that way because it was a lot. If I'm moving to, I moved into my girlfriend's house in Brooklyn. Oh my, I got to take 7 trips in a car to bring all the sneakers. All right, let me just consolidate. You
don't need that U-Haul going through Brooklyn,
No. If I did taking those out in Brooklyn,
dangerous.
It's not smart,
right?
Not smart at all.
Do you ever feel like you get robbed
every day? That's the life you chose, every day.
Yeah.
Never
wow,
know.
It's crazy. All right, so you consolidated.
Yes, consolidated it. So then I just went from so every sneaker that I dreamed about. Okay, so. Like these, there's a very famous brand called Stussy. These came out in 2005. These go for about $3,000 to $4,000 now, depending on the condition and the size. I wanted these since high school. Okay. You would only see select people with them, like a Wale, like people that are really into, like Pharrell, like people that are really into the culture, really know what they're doing. So. Me walking down the street with these, most people won't know. But if you're into the sneaker world, it's like you're like a god. You bow down. You know what I mean?
Like, how'd he get those?
So it was crazy. It's a store called Sold Out. Shout out to Sold Out in Jersey City. They posted on Instagram. I was going to Miami a couple months ago, and I go there to get supplies now. So they have like these sole protectors and stuff like that. Erasers. I go there, talk to the owner. I'm cool with the guy. He takes a lot of my money. He's a reseller. So you'll go there with your sneakers. You paid $100 from Foot Locker. Sell it to him for $300. He'll sell it for $500 or whatever the going rate is on eBay or market is. So I go there. We're talking. I'm like, hey man, what do you have in like a 11? I need something rare, something old, something crazy. He goes, I got these, but they're 10.5. I said, I don't care. Let me get them. I wanted these for 20 years almost. Let me get them. I don't care. I'll squeeze. So they're still a little tight, but
he made them work.
No socks.
Yeah, every little bit of room.
Every
counts.
centimeter counts, man.
Yeah.
Every centimeter counts.
Yeah.
So most people won't even know what these are, but if you know, you know. But then like these Travis Scott Jordans, they're like Travis Scott's such a mainstream artist. If he whatever he wears, it's a stamp.
Gotta have it.
Like it must be cool if he's wearing it. So most people know what these are. More than what these are. You know.
Yeah. How many pairs you got in the collection now?
Right now, about 200. When I bought the new Mustang, the one outside, I had to sell a few to get, pay that up. Bills. I got a mortgage now, so
Yeah.
big boy bills now,
Yeah. So like, what's the out of all your shoes? I mean, like, what's like the average cost of the shoe? Just to put things in perspective for people that are listening and may not know a whole lot about sneakers.
The average cost, I would say between $500 to $1,000, depending on obviously the rarity, the size. I'm an 11. 11s aren't too crazy, but some sneakers I need 11.5. Now 11.5 is a little bit more rare of a size. You're gonna pay a $300, $400 bump on that.
Difference.
Easy.
Just for the half
size up, because 11.5 isn't so common.
Yeah.
A 9 to an 11 is a sweet spot.
But half sizes are no good.
So 9, 9.5, 10, 10.5, 11, that's a sweet spot. So that's like the most popular sizes.
Once you hit 11.5, you're screwed.
Once you get out that range, you got to pay like you weigh. Your pocket's got to be fat. So sometimes that's like these. These are the Union Jordan 4 Topes. In 11, they were about $1,000. 11.5 was $1,500. So you know what I did? No socks.
No, you had to.
No socks. 11.
Yeah, you had to. So this turned into like a legitimate business, obviously.
Yeah. So my brother, shout out to my brother. His name is Kelechi Asoluka, Blessed King 1000 on Instagram. He sells sneakers full time. Like that's all he does. He chases sneakers down. He goes to 12 different stores a day, whether it's in Philly, New York, Jersey. He drives all over. His lease, Toyota's going to kill him when he see those miles on his car. When he turns that lease in, they're going to kill him.
Yeah.
But that boy is hustling, man. He'll take that shoe, $100, sell it for $300, $400 right on the spot. Easy. He does that full time. So he sells. I'm the cleaner. I may sell sometimes here and there, but that's mostly his thing.
Okay.
I'm too lazy. I can't be running around all that. I got a full time gym.
More so you're just collecting them.
I'm collecting them for myself, and then I'll clean yours, clean hers, clean theirs.
Yeah.
Clean his.
Yeah. So what led to that? The sneaker cleaning business for you is new. What led to you starting this?
Okay, so a few things. One, I got robbed. It's a crazy story. Robbed. Like, technically, it's
for your sneakers?
I wouldn't say robbed, because robbed usually means I come up to you, take it face to face. That's what a robbery is from the streets, So they call it finessed,
Oh, okay.
So
ripped off,
jacked,
right.
Jerked, whatever,
Yep.
Whatever you want to call it. So it was a sneaker restore guy. His name is Soul Clinics. He could delete his page now. He blocked me on Instagram, all that. Soul Clinics, guy named Eric. He was on Instagram posting all these pictures of how he cleans sneakers, he repaints them. I was like, oh, this is so cool. My ex-girlfriend drew a pin on 3 pairs of my sneakers. She was so pissed at me.
Oh, no.
So I come home and I got this blue Bic pin all over my Jordan 9s, over my Yeezys, and my Jordan 8s. I'm like, no. Now, these are Nike Yeezys. So this is from 2009. These niggas going for $10,000 now.
A piece.
So you know what I wanted to do to her.
Yeah.
I didn't do it, guys. I didn't do it. Show constraint, Didn't want to go back to jail. So I said, okay, cool. Hey, brother, I hit him on Instagram. Hey, man, how you doing? We're talking, texting all day. I'm going to send you these shoes out, man. Just hook them up for me. Take the pen out. Send them back. Okay, cool. Send them in January. February comes.
No shoes.
March, April, May, June, July.
Oh, no.
A year goes by. So I'm like, sometimes you forget. Okay, you text them, hey, I'll send them tomorrow. Okay, you forget. Yeah, I mean, I'm still running around. I'm doing the house calls. I got other things in my mind. I have other shoes too. But I'm going through my Instagram. I'm like, oh my gosh, these Yeezys. I never got my Yeezys back. It's been a year and a half now. Blocked me on Instagram, blocked me on everything. He lives in California. I said, all right, I could fly out to California, track him down, beat him up, but then he's gonna call the cops. He's not gonna fight me back. I'm gonna go to jail again. I'm not trying to do that.
So is he always in California?
He lived in California, yeah.
Oh,
so he
okay.
would fly to New York every now and then for sneaker shows. Like they have this sneaker show called SneakerCon. So they have SneakerCon all over the country. So they'll have a New York this weekend. 2 weeks they'll have LA. You bounce around. So he would go to SneakerCons and advertise his business. They had one in New York, and he was posting on Twitter, he's here. I went there, I couldn't find him. I was probably gonna drag him out the gym. Thank God I didn't find him. That was a good thing. The Lord was by his side and by my side as well. So I kind of said, okay, let bygones be bygones. You're not going to get your shoes back. You know what I mean? Even if I beat him up, he's not going to get my shoes back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or
They're probably sold,
destroyed, whatever he did to him, I'm not going to get him back. So me beating him up is not going to do anything really. It's more of an ego thing. So I said, okay, cool. I have to learn how to do this. That was the first thing.
learn how to clean shoes.
Yeah, because I don't want to get robbed again. So that was my thing. I got to learn how to do it myself if I don't want to get robbed. The second thing was I had a pair of off-white ones, Chicago's. They came out 2017. The first ones that come out. Virgil Abloh, I'm sorry, I probably messed the name up. Kanye West's DJ did a collection with Nike. He did 10 pairs of sneakers. So the first one was a Jordan 1. Chicago color, red and white. You know, the originals. He did his own mix to it. They're selling for about $1,000, $1,500, $900 the first day. They came out, it was about $900. I was like, they're going to go
Retail,
down.
right?
No. Retail is about $150, $200. Retail.
Oh, okay.
Nike is releasing, yeah. But on the black market, when you go on eBay, you know, all the apps, you're paying about $900. I remember the first day I saw it was $936. I saw it. Now I remember, I would never forget. I said, $936, man, I'm not paying that. It's going to drop. These shoes are not that cool. Next week, $1,100. Next week, $1,200. I said, oh my God, it's going up. I got to buy it. I ended up catching it for $1,500. By the time I saved up the money, got it for $1,500. I'll never forget this day. I got the sneakers the day I was moving out that apartment, that 2-bedroom apartment with the big hole. With the big hole. And the rusty radiator. We was moving out the apartment. I was going to Brooklyn with my girl. So the shoes came that day. And I remember we had to be out by 2. And I was sitting on the step. I said, I'm not leaving until these sneakers come. I don't care.
Yeah.
You call the cops. I'm staying here until these sneakers come. I went up to Houston for the first time. We're having a good time. My boys, I'm thinking I'm cool. I got my sneakers on. Ooh. He spills Hennessy and cranberry on my sneakers.
Oh, no. Oh,
now, anybody who knows, cranberry juice does not come out. So if you get cranberry juice on your sneakers, you have to wash them out instantly. Okay, instantly. Go to the bathroom, party's done, wash your sneakers. I could have cried that day. So I'm in the bathroom scrubbing them out with soap, water, scrubbing water. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So now people see me in the bathroom rubbing my sneakers out. They're like, yo, those are the off-whites. Oh my God, what happened? Like, you know, people are sympathizing with me.
Yeah.
I'm about to cry. People are about to cry with me. It's like a whole group. Man, if you get those out, man, I'll give you my sneakers. And I'm like, what? Oh, this happens to everybody. People always spill stuff on these sneakers, right? I'm not the only one that's happened to. So that was the second one. That ding.
Second light bulb.
That was the second light bulb.
All right.
Now the third light bulb was COVID. Gym shut down. 5 months.
Kelechi's out of work.
No money coming in. Mortgage is due. Whole Foods bill is due. Got to eat. And I'm not going to eat.
Mustang payments due.
Mustang payment is due. Got to pay for that horse on the back. You know, got to pay for that GT. New sneakers are still coming out. You need those new sneakers, man. God, what am I going to do? You got about 400 sneakers in. At that time, I had about 350, 400 in the thing. During COVID, I was selling them because it was slow, obviously. I took one sneaker and cleaned it every day on Instagram Live.
Just put yourself on video.
Myself on video with my own shoe, soap and water.
People are like, what is this guy doing?
I thought you were a trainer. What are you advertising here? You're like sending mixed messages.
I remember this.
I would just tag random people. Hey, tag Bill, tag Eric, tag Shelly, tag this person, tag that person. I went to my best friend Linnell. Shout out to Linnell Wisdom. I said, man, $10 a pair. I'll clean all your old sneakers. So now Linnell's my best friend from high school as well. So I went to school, took all his high school sneakers out the closet. They're like all smashed under all, all banged up, beat up.
Yeah.
They're trashed, dirty. Looked like he played. Looked like he went to the army with them. Like, looked to Iraq and back. Like, they're terrible. Paint chipping, everything. I didn't know how to paint a shoe. I didn't know how to do anything. I just know how to clean them. I'm like, oh my God, how do I paint this shoe? And then if you may not notice, but every Jordan has a different red. So a black toe Jordan red is different from a Chicago red. It's different from a bread red. So now you have to mix these different. So you're doing chemistry here. This is real work. Like it's not. It looks simple, but
There's
it's like,
there's a real
it takes
science.
me hours to mix the right ratios to get the color
Get the right red.
And then you're wasting paint. I got to buy new paint. So I've ended up losing more money than I'm spending because I didn't know how to mix and mash.
So
So
you
now
know what it was going to cost.
I didn't know it was going to cost.
And here you are giving it away for $10.
And it's only $10. The paint costs $3. I need 4 paints. That's it. I didn't get the soap yet. I got to get the brush. I got to drive to your house. I got to give it back to you. I'm in a hole. But cool, you're starting out cool. Just to practice. Took about 12 pairs. I cleaned about 8 out of 12. The other 4, I didn't really know about the paint. I was a little scared. I just gave it back to him. Okay, cool. That's $80. I was okay, $80. Not bad. Cleaned my barbers. I cleaned my other best friend. I did some heels. Did some red bottoms. Like I was just, bounce around. I said, okay, cool. So as I got better, I said, okay, cool. Now, like you see this shoe here, if a Jordan 4 has 2 paints, so usually this is black and this is white. So I would have to take all the paint off, paint the whole shoe white first, tape this side off, and then paint it black on the top. So now it's 2 tones. You know how much time that takes? I have to put the tape directly into this groove so the black doesn't leak over. So you put the tape in the groove, you paint the white paint over, and then you white paint over it to seal it, and then you paint the black. And then you take the tape off, so then you have a nice straight line. That takes hours sometimes. Wow. So I'm like, okay, I got up my price. I can't do $10 anymore. I'm up to the 15. 15, man. 2 for 30. That was my sale.
Yeah.
So, but it was slow. I wasn't really promoted on Instagram. I would get 10 shoes today, tomorrow 1 shoe, next week no shoes. Okay, I need to make this more lucrative. So I'm gonna start doing videos, whatever. I'm bored. I started pumping out reels of how I fix the shoes. So first I was scared. I'm like, hey, I don't want to give away the sauce, how I do it. But then I'm thinking,
nobody probably wants to do it themselves, except for you.
Nobody's gonna do this. Like you look at mechanics on Instagram fixing the cars, you're not gonna say, oh, I'm gonna learn how to do this myself. Take it to the mechanic.
Exactly.
All right, just give away the sauce. Whatever. If they do it, cool. If not,
so what?
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's one person. So I'm thinking there's 9 million people in New Jersey, right? Everyone has at least 2 pairs. You have 2 pairs of shoes, right? At least.
Oh, yeah. Way more than that, actually.
Yeah, so everyone has at least 2 pairs of shoes. That's 18 million pairs of shoes. 2 times 9, right?
Yeah.
I only need a couple thousand to pay my mortgage. So once you put it in that perspective, you're like, okay, this is doable. I can do this, Because at first you're starting a business, you're kind of apprehensive. I want to fail. Is it gonna work? Am I being stupid? I went to college and now I'm cleaning shoes. It's like, it's kind of it's a degrading. People were laughing at me. Oh, coach, you were a trainer. You're doing this. Now you're cleaning shoes.
Yeah.
Cool. Laugh. They laughed at Jay-Z when he wanted to rap too, right? They laughed at Michael Jordan when he got cut from their team. I could do it. What's the difference? I could do it. Whatever. Cool. All right, I'm up the price. It's $50. It's $50 to clean it now.
50.
I'm getting nice. I'm feeling myself now. Okay, I could clean your sneaker in 15 seconds.
Price went from 10 to 15.
10 to 15. Then it was 2 for 50.
Okay.
Then I'm thinking like, okay, Yeezy started coming out. Yeezy's a $220 retail off the bat. If you get lucky enough to get it off of Yeezy or Adidas.com, you're paying $220 plus shipping plus tax. So depending on where your state is. P80 is no sales tax, so you're good. You pay for shipping sometimes. You're spending at least $200 on your sneakers. Then if you mess them up and you want to get a new pair, you're going to spend $300, $400. So this $50 is nothing.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, if you really want to keep your shoe, you pay the $50 or not, just go to StockX, go eBay, or, some sneaker consignment store local and pay $400 for it. All right, I'll pay the $50. I'm like, okay, it's working.
This works.
It's working. So then I weeded out the people that didn't really care. So it's more of what I did with my sneakers, quality over quantity. All right, so, okay, I don't have 20 people giving me sneakers today, but I have 5 people that's going to equal the same amount of pay I was going to get for the 20. Less work for me. I can instead of, I can literally focus now and sit down. Okay, let me take care of Bill's shoes. I can take my time with it, make sure everything is right, remove the creases, have a
straight line in the paint.
That paint is crispy, like that. So that's how I did it. Up the price, up the quality of the products, up the care of the customer. Then I have to pay for a website, so things go up.
Yeah.
So
this all started during the pandemic?
during the pandemic. I got serious during the pandemic. I was doing it, dibbling, dabbling here and there, cleaning my own shoes, but it got serious during the pandemic. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Because I had time to think and plan and, read books and watch YouTube videos. YouTube University is, I'm a graduate of YouTube University.
Yeah. So what were you just doing, like research to figure out how to do what?
Yeah. So how to mix paints. There's different suede. You have you have synthetic suede, you have real suede, you have tumble leather, you have real leather, you have
So you had to learn all this stuff.
vinyl. It's different materials. Like a Chanel shoe is real suede. So if you get it wet, you're done.
Screwed.
You're done. You're finished. Okay, but a Nike suede, if you get it wet, it's gonna look nappy. You take a nice hard brush, you brush it back, a little eraser. You're fine. It looks back factory. So you have to learn that stuff, So it's little things in that, And then if you get gum on the bottom of your shoe, you can't just take it off with a brush. You need an adhesive remover. Then you gotta scrape it off, So I try to make the bottoms like some people come to me because they want to return their sneakers to the store. I will clean the bottom,
Make them look
so
brand
good
new.
that you can lick them,
We're completely restored.
Exactly. So they
Like turning the mileage back on a car.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they'll wear their shoes to the club, whatever. They'll give them to me and then they'll give it back to Gucci, None of my business. I got my $50, Do what you want to do. So I have people that just do that, Cool. But yeah, that's how it happened. And kind of blew up from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. So is the website up and running?
So we have right now it's just I'm gathering emails. The website should be up by next week. It should be finished. It's like 98% done. I'm going to add one more video to it, like an intro to myself and let you know about me. And so once I pull that video up, it'll be up and running. So right now, you can still see the prices and the emails and a little bit about me.
And you're on social media.
Yeah, I'm on social media. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah, so I remember seeing the video, and you still do them.
Yeah, I still do them. Yeah. But I got a little bit more creative, but I still do them.
Yeah. You're just cleaning shoes.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So do you ever get I know a lot of people probably ask you this, but don't you probably get some smelly ass shoes?
They mow grass. I get people in the shootouts, blood and glass in the shoe. I get everything. Everything. Vomit.
Everything.
All types of stuff, on the shoe that I've seen. I've seen everything. Pretty much everything. Baby poop, everything,
Price goes up again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So so this is a very delicate thing, $20 extra, so that's how it happens. But yeah, I've seen it all, but some gloves and a mask, whatever. I don't care.
And and some of the videos that I've seen on Instagram and stuff, you literally take these shoes apart.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the bottom, what I've seen you peel shoes apart.
So after about 10 years, the glue gets really dry and brittle. So they start to separate. So you know how they used to say your shoes are talking?
Yeah, this happened to me one time. The shoes, listen, they weren't any expensive pair of shoes. I'm not even going to say what they were because I just threw them out. But however, I have to say, and my wife, when she listens to this, she'll laugh. She'll remember. I had this pair of shoes and the what's the bottom thing?
The rubber, the sole.
Yeah, the sole, right? So the sole in the front, right here, right?
Yeah, the front.
Talking,
yeah.
So
that's the toe box. Yeah.
So it started peeling off.
Yes.
And then it was to the point it came off like a few inches, and it's just unwearable.
They call that talking. Your shoes talking.
So
Yes, they call it.
Yeah. So one day, my shoe started talking, and I was a little sad about it, And you know what?
Depressing, man.
Had I known at the time,
I could have hooked you up.
You could have brought my shoes back to life.
But see, that is what I'm talking about. So you'll have a shoe from high school, college. You spent $200-$300 on it. You don't wear it as much because people grow up. Most of them work in the office, so they're wearing suits. They're wearing business casual clothes. They're not wearing it. But on the weekends, they want to kick it with their boy, kick it with their wife. They want to wear some sneakers, something comfortable, something cool, something fresh. It brings back that nostalgic feel. You don't wait. So the more you wear them, the less likely that'll happen to you. You haven't worn it for 2 or 3 years. You put it in the basement. It's not climate controlled. You're living in an apartment building. you can't control the heat as much. You know, they call that Project Heat when they just heat the whole building up. The whole building is just on 85. You're in there sweating, sweating. Trust me, I know about these things. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
The heat is so high. So if you have shoes in there, they're going to melt and crumble, literally.
So the glue is melting.
The glue literally melts.
And then reheating and...
Exactly. So you take a step in it, you walk down the stairs, they just start crumbling. Like literally coming apart like bread, like you cracking up, like you ball up toast. That's how they would look. Sometimes that happens, or sometimes just the glue just separates like yours. So what you would do is I would have to take the whole shoe apart, remove all of the old glue. So if I put the new glue on with the old glue, it won't stick. It won't be a clean bond. That takes at least an hour. So that's my Miami package. No, that's the Columbia package. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So you got 3 packages.
3 packages, right? Yes. So with the Columbia package, so I kind of base my packages off the where women get their body done the most. So shoes are art, and to me, women getting their body done is an art as well. Okay, so we have a New York package. You know, when you go to the city, the women, they put on some makeup, little tight dress, little designer bag, cool, nothing too crazy, right? They look themselves.
Yeah.
They went to Maybelline, you know what I mean? Put a little eyeliner, a little blush. Let me get their lashes done, you know, little eyebrows, you know, nothing. Nothing too crazy, you know. Yeah. They still look themselves for the most part. That's the New York package. Then if you go to Miami, you ever go to South Beach?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you know, if you don't have, you know, the assets, you know, you're not really a part of that crew, you know. So a lot of them get their butts done, you know, insinuate their hips and things like that. So that's like a paint job for sneakers.
Yeah, so this is mid-level.
Yes, it's mid-level. So you got the New York, basic clean, wear and tear, scuffs, you know, a little juice here and there. That's fine. Cool. New York. When you go down south to Miami, that's, you know, your paint's cracking. You got some deep stains. You want the shoe to look totally different from what it looks now. Now, you got the Columbia, where you get the Columbia, you know, that's like Columbia and DR is pretty much headquarters for, you know, women getting their body fixed or, you know, done or changed, altered. So some people may get, you know, they may get chest, they may get tummy tuck, they may get fat transfer from get the stomach from your gut, put in your butt, you know, stuff like that. So that's like so you coming back as a different person.
Come back as like a Kardashian, right?
Yeah, you come back from, you know, you go from, you know, I don't want to disrespect anybody, but you know, you go from, you know, not the coolest girl in the class to the hottest cheerleader in school. You know, you go from A to Z real quick, you know? So that would be a Columbia package. So say your shoes are talking, right?
Yeah.
Obviously they won't be clean because they've been talking. If they're talking, they're pretty much old.
Yeah, they're old.
So I'll have to clean them, maybe repaint them, and reglue them. So that's like a full restoration. That's a full detail. So that's like you going to Columbia, getting the fat out of your stomach and putting it in your butt, getting a boob job,
brand new.
You know, getting some new lips, and coming back to the United States like, hey, you're like, who is that? Lisa? I don't remember you looking like that. You know, like you have to think twice. You have to look at her ID to see if that's the real her. That would be a Columbia package for me. So that I get a lot of that, you know, like full restoration projects like that. So remove the glue, put the glue back on, let the glue dry for 7 minutes, heat it up with a gun. Now you have to bond it and you have to line up the grooves correctly, because if you line it up stupid and it's crooked, it looks crazy. You know, it doesn't look authentic. Then you got like, you know, it's just nasty.
Yeah. I think I tried gluing mine myself, by the way.
You did? Did it work?
No.
Yeah, you didn't remove the old glue.
No, yeah, I didn't. I just literally I think I just got some
crazy
super glue or something.
Oh, no,
and just,
no.
Yeah, no good.
Yeah, so that's like my nightmare. Guys give me shoes. They try to glue together. They put crazy glue on it. Crazy glue is for plastic, okay? Your shoes are meant to bend and move and be, you know, flexible.
So it's a different kind of
glue.
glue.
So you need a barge cement, which is a flexible glue. That's what I use. That's the proper glue to use. You don't use super glue or crazy glue or gorilla glue because it's very stiff. So if you make a quick turn, everything's going to crack. And then it's impossible to get that off. So I literally sometimes have to burn the glue off to take it off because it's so like locked on, you know?
Yeah.
Like super glue is something permanent. Like if you want this door to stay right there for the rest of your life, you probably want to put super glue. You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah. Not on shoes. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
Please don't do that, guys. Please.
Yeah.
Please. So, big no.
Yeah. So has anyone given you any nickname for doing this?
Shoe doctor.
I was gonna say, I figured that was. If not, I was gonna name you that
nothing
one.
Too crazy. Yeah. Shoe man, kick man, cleaning guy, K3, you know, whatever. Kelechi Kleans Kicks, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So that is the name of the company.
I'm becoming this Kelechi Kleans Kicks. Yeah, it was a play on. It was a kind of a play on KKK. We're trying to turn it positive.
Okay.
I'm like that. I like to play with words, stuff like that. So
yeah,
the poet in me.
yeah. No, this is super cool, man. And so, dumb question, but do you ship, and can people ship to you?
Yeah. So
like me, for example. So Kelechi lives in Jersey, and I'm here in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
And next time my shoe starts talking, can I ship you?
Yeah. So I have that all the time. I actually I have this guy from California that ships to me all the time. About at least once a month, he sends me some shoes or his friend's shoes. He ship it to me. I'll take care of him. I'll send him a picture. We'll talk on Instagram.
So you guys like FaceTime shoes here?
Yeah, you're literally
received. Here it is, right?
Yeah, so he'll text me, "Hey, did it land?" I say, "Yeah." I'll send him a picture. Yeah. Did the package land safe?
The goods.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll FaceTime him with the shoe on my head.
Yeah, because we're talking like shoes that are worth a few $1,000s.
Yes.
Right? This isn't just a $200 pair.
Yeah, it's not like a pair of running sneakers you buy from
from Dick's Sporting Goods,
Fleet Feet or something. Yeah, Dick's Sporting Goods. Yeah, that you want to just you dog them and you get a new pair in 6 months. No, these are sneakers that are like they go up in value every year. So you kind of want to unless you want to pay the $1,000 to get them again, you'll pay me the $150, whatever. It is.
It's worth it. It's like it's an investment.
Yes, it's an investment. So these are like the new stocks. These are the new commodities now, So these shoes came out 2005, released for $65. These are the De La Soul De La Soul Dunk Highs after the rap group. Now, for brand new, you probably $1,000, $1,500, brand new, depending on the size. And if they have the box and all the shoelaces and all the wrappings and everything, paying big money for them now. So, yeah.
What's your favorite pair?
My favorite pair would be the Nike Dunk. It would be the SB Dunk. So the SB Dunk has a fat tongue. A regular Dunk has a skinny tongue. So this would be considered almost a dunk. And the fat tongue will be like this. So the fat tongue is for more skateboard. The smaller tongue is more basketball oriented.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm a skateboard guy.
All
Even though I don't skateboard.
Okay.
No.
How's that? How you're a skateboard guy that doesn't skateboard?
I just like the school. That's like the shoes.
Okay.
I'm scared of falling and breaking something and embarrassing myself. And
I used to skateboard back in the day.
Ripping my expensive shirt,
Yeah. Or scuffing the shoes.
Even worse.
To talk about scuffed shoes when you skateboard.
Even worse.
Yeah.
They dog them, man. They dog the shoes. They dog them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it like pain you when you walk down the street and see people like with dirty shoes?
It really does.
Does it?
Yeah. I look at it and say, "Oh my God, I just want to take off your feet and clean them right now." Like sometimes I literally say,
"Did you ever
hey,
do that?"
Sometimes I say, "Hey, bro,
I clean shoes, right?"
What are you doing, man? You don't like your life?" He's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Those Jordans, man, they're worth $800. What's
how you're treating them?"
He's like, "Oh no." They're like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't care." Like there's like they're dad. Most people are dads now. They don't have time to keep up with the Joneses and know what sneakers hot, what sneakers not. They had them when they were cool and they were younger, and they like those are one of their favorite pairs. They just wear them.
Yeah, now they're scuffing them up.
They're just tearing them up. They're kicking a stroller with them. They're playing soccer with their kids with them.
Puking on them.
And I'm just like cringing inside. Like, no, take it off. I'll clean them right now for free. No, don't do it.
Yeah, you're that into them, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Even coming here, I'm looking at them, going to Thai place and Dollar Tree to buy, props for my next video for Instagram.
Yeah. So what'd you do? So by the way, I know I said this earlier, but Kelechi came in today from New Jersey.
Yeah.
He came in a little early.
Yeah, he came
hung out a little in wilkes-barre.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do? Anything good?
So I went to the Thai restaurant, walked around downtown area, just check out the scene.
Make any cool videos?
A little bit. I made one video.
Yeah, all right.
I was gonna make another video, but I didn't want to be late. I tried to be professional.
Yeah, thank you. You were early.
Exactly.
You were.
Early is on time.
Yeah, that's
on
right.
time is late.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Darren caught you out there doing a little.
He caught me out there doing a TikTok.
Yeah. Darren walks in and goes to me, "Hey, so I think your guest is here. I think he was out there dancing in the parking lot." And I was like, "Yeah, that's probably him."
Yeah. So, so I just try to keep it interesting. So, not everybody's into sneakers. Sneakers is it's big, but it's not it's not mainstream. Not everybody knows about it.
Yeah, but the people that are into it,
it's
like serious.
into it. They're not playing.
This is some serious shit.
They're not playing.
Yeah, like I said, you rolled up with what was this 1.2 million in shoes here? I mean, come on. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're not playing. So, like, and parents are starting to get into it because their kids are into it. So they know a little bit, but they'll say, oh, my son has these Jordans, these black and red ones. I'm like, okay, the Bulls are black and red. So every Jordan is black and red. I hate that. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, they're black and red. The black and red ones that came out. I'm like, they all came out, So, so it's, it's blowing up, but
yeah,
it's still not like, common knowledge.
Yeah. No, it's not. I mean, like, I knew a little bit, but,
of course,
not nearly as much as you should.
And I'm still learning. I'm still learning, like, how to stitch shoes. And, every day I try to learn something new, how to dye laces. So say you ruin these laces, I'll take a white pair of laces and try to dye it the same color and give them back to you fresh, So there's a lot of things I can still learn. You see these laces here are distressed.
Yeah.
Or they look like older, like they're like bleached a little bit. Mm-hmm. So how to distress lace and make them look a little vintage, and give them back to you. So every day is something to learn. So you never know everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So what's next, man?
So what's next is I want people to. So I buy these sneakers because I like it, but it's also good marketing. So if I'm cleaning $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 sneaker on Instagram, if he can clean that, I can clean your $300 shoes. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if I'm driving around in a Ferrari all day, then I can clean your Mustang. I can clean your Camaro. It's not. You know what I mean? So it's more now a marketing thing. It's a write off. Now because it's marketing. Got to think smarter. You got to grow up. So. Now, I get it because I like it, but it's also marketing. If you have the hot shoes, you are the go-to guy. People literally come to me and say, Kelechi, what shoe should I get for this wedding? Or what shoe should I buy for this event? So now you're like a consultant. They kind of trust you because if you have it all, you can clean it all. They think you know it all. So
yeah.
If they can trust you, they'll give me 10, 20, 30, 40 sneakers at a time and not call me for 3 months and know that I'm going to do right by them because most likely I have them all anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why would he take mine if he has them all?
Yeah,
So
right.
it builds trust. It's also marketing, and then it helps me out. So it's like 3 birds in one stone. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think I said it right.
I think so. Yeah. Well, no, man, this is super cool. Is there anything else? Is there anything I missed?
No, man. I'm just trying to, when people think shoe care, I just want them to think of me.
Yeah.
That's all.
And you ship. I think that's the other important
Yeah, so
thing.
shipping is definitely available.
Yeah, because I got listeners all over. So, like,
Oh, yeah. So, shipping is definitely available. You ship, so you just shoot me a DM or shoot me an email. I'm more professional.
Yeah,
shoot me an email.
How can someone contact you?
So, the Instagram is Kelechi Kleans Kicks, Kelechi _ Kleans with a K, and then _ Kicks. So, Kelechi Kleans Kicks is the Instagram, and you click on that link in the bio. You fill out the form. Hey, got some sneakers. I want you to clean them, repaint it, whatever you want me to do to it. Submit that baby. It'll come to the email. I'll get back to you within 24 hours. Or just shoot a DM. I'm not above the DM. It's fine.
Yeah,
some people say no DMs. I don't understand that. Just answer. It's the same thing. If you want a DM, it's cool. If you want to go more professional, email me. It's fine.
Cool.
I'm not a ball buster.
Yeah.
So shoot me. Your issues. Send me a picture so I can give you a proper quote. And you ship them out. I'll notify you once I receive them. Send you, update pictures.
Little selfie of it.
Yeah, a little selfie with him on my head. Like, hey. So it's not a fake picture, it's my face with the shoe on my head, so that's for real.
With the beard, by the way.
The beard sticks out, man. Everyone knows.
I mean,
I can't hide anymore.
Yeah, it's a beautiful beard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Lots of
I think you've had that forever.
I literally had this since, so I had braids my first 2 years in college.
Yeah, I think I remember that, yeah.
After I got kicked out, came back, tried to reinvent myself.
Yeah.
Went for the waves, the waves in the hair.
Looks
and
good.
I went for the girlfriend at the time. So in Penn State, my barber lived in Jersey still. So I didn't want to, most people don't cheat on their barber. It's kind of like an unwritten rule.
Thing, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know what? I'm going to stick it out. 3-4 months, no haircut. But the beard grew. Her dad was, of Muslim influence. She said, oh, the beard looks good on you. Keep it. I said, okay, let me try it. Shape it up. So it was kind of an accident. She was digging it. And then the longer it got, the healthier it got. Other girls were digging it as well. So I said, whoa, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right?
And who doesn't love a beard? A good beard, a nice beard.
Good, clean, not spotty, oiled, conditioned,
It's a real thing.
So I just kept going. So now
Yeah.
I'm what 2012. Yeah. So yeah, before it was they called me like Rick Ross back in the day because I was like the only guy with the beard. In school. Yeah. So they're like, oh, look at Rick Ross is coming.
A more fit Rick Ross.
Yeah, of course. And then James Harden emerged on the scene.
Yeah, because I see that too. I'm seeing James Harden across from me now.
I'm not gonna. So in Times Square, I get free Chipotle because they think I'm James Harden.
No way.
Seriously. I don't know how the heck they think that. I am not as tall as this guy. He's at least 7 inches taller than me. Much darker than me.
How many autographs have you signed?
Only in a phone numbers in the club. Yeah, it's James Harden, baby. Yeah, it's James Harden, baby. I'll take my number down.
Yeah.
So yeah, it works. Yeah, after a couple drinks, they don't know.
Yeah, no one knows the difference, right?
I'm James Harden to them.
Yeah. Oh man, that's cool. No, this was really cool, man. I appreciate you making the trip all the way from Jersey.
Of course, Bill. And I like what you're doing. I'm loving the movement.
Thanks. Yeah.
The pictures on the stacks.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Now you're on it. You're part of it.
I'm a stacker.
You are. Yeah, we got all the sneakers up there.
What do you call your people that come to the podcast? Do you have like a name?
I don't know.
Like Beehive for
like OTS gang.
Okay, OTS gang. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
got a trademark. We gotta find you.
On the Stacks alum. I don't know.
Stacks alum. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, we'll think.
Gotta find you something. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, that's your homework. Think
all
of
right,
something
I got
funny,
you. Okay.
So yeah, when this comes out in a few weeks, you'll have something for me.
I got you.
And you're good with the words.
Yeah. I'll think. Yeah. Think of something for you.
All right, cool. Well, like I said, this is awesome, and yeah, man. Thanks again for joining me.
Really enjoyed myself.
Yeah,
this is cool.
Kelechi Kleans Kicks on the Stacks podcast in the Blue Door Studio. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
If you'd like to learn more about the On the Stacks podcast, be sure to search the hashtag On the Stacks on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. We'll catch you next time on the Stacks.